Good morning, guys. This is Kenzo Xtrahot Forex. So let's go straight to our daily analysis. It's Thursday, and yeah, actually the market yesterday was moving. Not actually yesterday. Actually this week, the market was starting to move, and those are the normal moves that we know about the market, right? But we can't just blame the market. It's still very early. Still January, guys. So we don't really just have to fight the market. Let's relax. Let's be patient. So let's actually go. Let's continue. For those who wants to join the team, remember, let me show you this. You can see lifetime there is $250. Then you can join that now by $50. Actually, that is a limited special, which is going to end this January, actually until January. So yeah, without wasting enough time, actually let's go straight to the analysis. So now what we see here is we have GBPJPY, actually where the market is going, because the trend is not actually that visible. I can say this thing doesn't really give us some nice trends. If I go back here, you can see that even here the market was just moving sideways or ranging. Yes, here at least we saw a nice bullish momentum, but from this area also, this is just consolidating, then pushed lower, but still we see another consolidation. So how do you act when you see the market, when you trade maybe GBPJPY? Actually, you just wait for the breakouts. Here you have to be like you have to understand the breakouts. When I'm talking about the breakouts, I'm talking about the breakouts of this horizontal support or resistance. You see, so what I mean? I'm talking about something like this. The market is consolidating. Whether you will be buying, selling, whatever, then once the market breaks this resistance, it's where you're going to take an action. If it breaks this one, it means the market is saying now we're pushing up. If it breaks this support, it means that now the market is going down. Here I see the same thing also happening. Maybe the market will then break this support, then we will say, okay, now we're ready to continue with another consolidation, because we don't really have that perfect move where we say, oh, this thing is a downtrend or a bullish momentum. You see, so it's not actually like that. Remember, later on we're still going to go on our live session. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button and like with your share. So now we are on GBPUSD. On this one is quite different, because actually the market is on that bullish move, and I think maybe it's quite straightforward. You can see that the market is doing what? The market is pushing to the upside. But where we are now, actually, it seems like the market actually reached an area where we can call a resistant. So it means we actually expecting, I think this, yeah, it's something like that, but I think we also have some sort of a support around that area. So we're waiting for the market to bounce back here before pushing up, or maybe start to push lower. Obviously our support area will be there, then we'll be waiting for the market to continue with that buy. Do you see that? I hope maybe you understand and you see whatever that I'm explaining is just quite straightforward. And smash that like, So now actually we are on Canada. I just want to make this as quick as possible because I'm doing multiple stuff, and later on the thing again is later on we're gonna go on our live session, so there's no point taking 30 minutes on something that I'm going to also do later on. So what's really happening on USD Canada? Actually, yesterday on USD Canada, there was like interest rates, even though the market did not really move that much. So in the group, in my news trading group, I'm going to update you about the strategies and everything. So I'm preparing that, don't worry. So what's really happening on USD Canada? The market is actually still on this uptrend. The market is still pushing to the upside. Yes, if we push a little bit closer, that you see that the market actually created a second trend actually inside this uptrend, and it was actually continuing with that. So yes, we can find another structure inside this structure, but this outer one there is the strongest one. Actually, that outer one is actually the stronger one. But what we see is we see the market pushing up. That was a continuation of the trend. Guess what? The market broke out of that, which means the market is actually trying to do what? to correct or to reverse. You see the market was pushing up. There's a chance that the market can reach this outer support before pushing up again, as we are on an uptrend. On an uptrend, we expect the market to push up, and we only expect to buy. We just wait for the market to create some very nice support areas that we can start to buy. I hope you see that. I hope you see that. So let's push to the euro USD. Yeah, the dollar is losing that steam because of inflation is trying to ease actually. But what's really happening? Yes, we are actually on an uptrend, which means we're actually looking for buy positions. But we have to know where we are supposed to look for those buy positions. We have to identify the support and the resistance, the support and the resistance. If you want to learn about this, if you want to learn about this, unfortunately, I no longer take people. But if you seriously want something, let me know. Then maybe I can add you in the group for $250 because that means I'm going to be your mentorship. So your mentor, sorry. So what's really happening here is the market is still pushing to the upside. I'm still expecting the market to push higher, but it's now crazy because now the market is like out of hand now. But yeah, the market can still push up, but we just have to wait for a better structure. Now I see a sort of a breakout there. Maybe the market will come back. I'm expecting something like that. But with this steep uptrend, mostly the market end up selling and correct that trend and start to push the upside again, because now it's getting crazier and crazier. So it means there is a chance for the market to do something like this, sell off before we push another, we push with that trend again. I hope you see that. I hope you see that. US30, what's really happening? I like the structure of US30 because it's just straightforward. Quite straightforward actually. So what's really happening is we are actually on a very, I like this trend, guys. I like this trend. It's very, very straightforward. Way too straightforward. You can see. So what's really happening is, yes, the market was actually going lower and lower, but the market was creating some structures. The market was showing us something. If you don't know, yeah, you will see that you missed something. The market is always showing us something, and actually on every resistance we were doing what? Selling. We were selling. On every resistance we were selling. Even when the market touches our outer resistance there, obviously we were also doing the same thing. If you can actually able to identify those structures, to me, now you are a trader. Maybe you're supposed to learn maybe about risk management and other emotions in the market. So you can see that actually we had a sell pending order. Then that was in profit for 1, 2, 3, for almost 12 hours actually or more. But it seems like the market is now pushing back. But I'm still believing that the market can still push lower, maybe and reach this area of support. Yes, the market can still bounce back and break that support. If it breaks, obviously it means maybe the market is trying to do what? To change the trend, because currently the market is pushing lower, which means we're looking for sell positions only. I hope you see that. I hope you see that. So now we are on gold. Gauta. What's really happening? You can see that actually I like what I see, because this thing, guys, trends last longer. Trends last longer. So just imagine once you started to realize that we are on an uptrend since November until now, then we were just looking for buy position, and you were not just going to be wrong that much, because at the end of the day, 90% of the time the market was pushing to the upside. So it means we have like 2 months actually going straight on that bullish move. Yes, sometimes we can have some reversal, but still the market will push the upside. So now even around this area we had a sort of a support area, because this is like aggressive bullish move. The gold is very, very strong currently. So when we go closer there, we have this resistance support where the market is creating some crazy moves all over the place. You can see, if I draw that, you will see, you see here, even around this area. But it's visible nicely when you go on a bit smaller time frame. If you go on 1 hour, you're gonna see this moment very, very nice. So what I'm expecting here is the market is doing what? Consolidate a little bit, push up, consolidate little bit, push up, consolidate, push up, consolidate, push up. Even here we might consolidate, then still we push up. Yes, there is a chance actually for the market to do what? To bounce back before pushing up, because I don't think the market can sustain that longer, because that is crazy aggressive. Yes, sometimes it's possible, but mostly the market will sell off before continuing with that bullish move again. So now we are on US oil. This video now is taking time. So now we are on US oil. What's really happening on US oil? I like what I see, because the market is actually on a very nice downtrend, and I've been preaching about this for quite some time. This downtrend started very long time. So we can say maybe it started around this area, but we can say, let's see, around July, last year July, even now we are still on that downtrend. Just imagine if you were looking for those sell, and you will see that mostly the majority of the time the market was pushing lower. Yes, sometimes the market was pushing up, sometimes the market was pushing up, but just look how long is this thing. You can see that this bearish momentum actually takes 90%. The small 10% that tries to recover is just there just to make us to lose. It's not like maybe the market doesn't really see that. The market can play games so that we lose, but even though we have a very nice strategy and a simplest one, simple, very strong, very simple, very powerful. Anyway, it's quite simple. My strategy is quite simple, but I know it's very powerful. So especially when you apply risk management. So now we are here. We're expecting the market to continue with that sell. You see that? I'm expecting the market to continue with that sell. Around this area, we have this sort of a zone of a resistance. That's why around that area, the market was selling. Even now, I sent the sell pending order yesterday there, but the market is still playing games, but I'm still expecting the market to push lower, because there are chances that the market can push lower. You can see every time when the market was reaching that area, the market was pushing down. Yes, there is a chance for the market to push up, but still we have like double resistance around this area. So I'm not going to look for any buy unless if the market gets out of that resistance, the outer one. Then I'm gonna say, okay, maybe now the trend is going to change. Maybe oil is gonna push up. Then we can follow that. I hope you see that. So let's push to US30. US30. We smashed actually NASDAQ and S&P 500. So what's really happening here? What I can say is, yes, we are still actually on a bearish momentum. We are still actually on a bearish momentum. The market is still pushing lower. So my job here, or my point, what I want here actually is for the market to actually to break that resistance before I say maybe we are on bullish. You see, we have a fresh resistance, which is this one here. Do you see that? So for me to say maybe now I'm thinking about buying, or maybe US30 is changing the trend, for me that area needs to be broken. Then I will say now the market is trying to push the upside. But if the market is still playing around those zones, obviously there's nothing we can do. Plus, early in the morning, Tesla actually reported, not early in the morning, but it's last night, is fine. So actually the market is doing what? The market actually tried to recover after the Tesla earnings and stuff, but not here on US30. But as you know that actually US30 and NASDAQ, they all go hand in hand. So we see that the market is actually trying to do what? To go back around that resistance. But the question is, will the market break that, or maybe the market respect that? If it respects, we're going to see the market bouncing back, or maybe we'll see the market breaking out of that, and we can say maybe let's just jump on that buy. So on a 4 hours time frame, I don't think maybe I have any opportunities here, as I think maybe the market created something very nice. The market created a sort of a resistance, but this resistance sometimes they're tiring, because we know that the market is on a downtrend. The market is trying to push up. Will the market go down or something like that? So we end up losing because we have like multiple structures. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to remove this, and I'm not going to check that much. But it's something, yeah. I'm not going to check that much, because here I have another one, here I have another one. So the best thing is to do what? It's better to wait for the market to reach this area before pushing lower, or maybe the market to reach this area before pushing up. Simple as that. So let's push to the next deck, NASDAQ. Hey, 14 minutes. This thing is very. It's getting longer and longer. So what's really happening on NASDAQ? NASDAQ actually yesterday, because of Tesla, the market tried to push to the upside, but we did smash that, by the way. So, but what's really happening? Or let me show you before we continue. If you want to join the team, actually that price actually is $250. The normal price is actually $250, but now it's $50 only to join lifetime signal. So it means you're saving like almost $200 if you want to be part of the team. Those are the signals that you get: NASDAQ, US30, S&P 500, gold, US oil, and currency pairs. So if you want to talk to me before the end of January, that special is going to go back to a normal price. So yeah, now we are actually on NASDAQ. What's really happening? The market is actually doing what? The market is actually downtrending around this area, quite similar to what we saw on US30. We also have an area that we can call a resistance. So let's try to zoom out there, or maybe let's say 4 hours time frame can do the magic. Let's see. Yeah, so around this area, guys, around this area, actually the market has something. Around this zone, the market is doing something. So for us not to fall for anything, we can say, because I started to realize that actually even if we did had a nice buy day before yesterday, yes, that was nice because we thought maybe it was a breakout, but we start to realize that actually we also have this area, and it seems to be very, very, very important. It's a zone actually. So for us to say we buy, why not we wait for the market to go above that area? I think that is the best area actually to say. If the market goes above this area, we can say now we can buy. Or I start to realize that it seems like maybe NASDAQ wants to respect that area and start to push lower. So we will wait for that. Okay, I forget these things, guys. I forget this thing. So let me just restart this. So what's really happening? I'm sorry about that. So what's really happening is, yes, the market is still actually on a very, very, very nice downtrend. You can see that the market has been pushing lower. But around this area, we have an area where I think it's a resistance. So for us to say we buy, why not we get out of that before we say we buy? Because it seems like the market might touch that area and start to push lower, and maybe if you did not draw your resistance line correctly, you might think that maybe we are on bullish momentum. And we did that. Actually, we did a mistake. We did buy and we made something the time the market was actually crossing around this area. Actually, the first trend line, it was crossing there, which means actually the market was already broken out. But we start to see that the market is still under those zones, you see. And when we check, this resistance makes something, you see. So for us to say we're going to buy and risk our money, why not we wait for the market actually above 12,000, and we will say, yeah, maybe now is a good time for us to do it, to buy. But when I check, it seems like the market might find another resistance. Do you see this? It seems like the market might find another resistance. I think the market can also do what? Go lower again, because I see that actually the market touched this area, pushed lower, touched here, push lower. Or let me zoom that again, or let me just use, let's say, 1 hour for someone out there to see this nicely. So for someone out there to see very nice, and don't forget to smash the subscribe. The market touched this area, the market gave us a very nice sell, pushing lower. Another area, this was a crazy sell. Now we are here. What do you think? There is a possibility for the market to do that again, to push that lower. It's just that it's pre-market. Sometimes the market might move very slow, but I think that might be something. I hope you see that. So without wasting your time, guys, I think I need to upload this video. The video is already very long. So thank you very much for watching. This is Kenzo, Xtrahot Forex. Bye.